It was actually commemorating a marriage of the king
Continuing
and
the
his
theme of
princess.
weddings.
Yeah, and the king was named King Ludwig the First.
His fucking Ludwig?
Yeah. What up, guys? Welcome to your favorite beer podcast, Stout and Lager. I'm your host, Lager. I'm joined by my brother in arms, Stout. And hello. And then Stout and Lager is a beer podcast where we review different kinds of beers each week and talk about kind of like whatever comes up to our minds and catch up. Think of us as those two guys at the bar talking our ear off while we're drinking some nice cold ones. So grab a beer yourselves, open one with us, and yeah, enjoy the show. So what we're drinking today?
We're having our Oktoberfest special in November, 2 whole months after the actual Oktoberfest.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because it didn't work out, but at the same time, you know what? I think you can always enjoy some Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
I think it'll always be Oktoberfest in our minds. But for that, we're drinking some legit like Oktoberfest beer that's served over there. Or like
With the K, bro. None of that C business over here.
Yeah, no, we're like K cups, full K cups. And then I'm doing Hacker Shore Oktoberfest Marsen. And you're doing what?
I'm doing the Polaner Munchen.
Yes.
A little bit of a throwback, but I didn't try this one, so I wanted to try it.
Yes, you might actually tell me if my rating was wrong. But yeah, these are Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest, apparently, let's real quick give you, there's only 6 breweries in Germany that can brew for Oktoberfest, I think, because they follow a special regulation. And Hacker per Shore and Polaner are 2 of these 6 breweries. So that's, so it is very much in theme. Anyway, I'm drinking the first sip. Cheers.
The first sip, cheers. I clicked my mic, I don't know if you picked it up.
First sip. What do you think?
Fire.
Yeah, I liked it too. It's like, I feel like the bar scents are just always used with such nice malts.
Yeah, I feel like this is such a like simple and like crushable beer, but it's like such good quality.
Yeah, it's intricate.
Like it's
taste.
not like a Bud Light or like a PBR, like where you can chug those because it tastes like water. Like this tastes like beer, but it's just so inoffensive.
Inoffensive, yeah, and like I think, I don't know. It's crazy. I gave this to my mom weeks ago. She did not like them.
Really?
But no, yeah, she was like, I don't know why I guess she just doesn't like Malta. But yeah, I think she thinks it's bitter. But for me, it's like so much like, I don't know. It's not bitter. Mm-hmm. How you describe the Maltese? Really, it's just like almost sweet, almost dark sweet.
I have no clue how to describe it, to be honest. This tastes like beer. I feel like malt and wheat are very like beer-inducing flavors. Like when I taste that, I think of beer. Oh, unless I'm eating bread.
Some are saying malts taste like it's sweet and nutty. You think you would say this is nutty?
Let me see. I taste some of the sweetness.
It's like roast.
But I don't taste nuts too much.
I think I can. I don't know about nut, but like I think nuts.
Like a bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. And it's like not as smoke, but like it feels like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a sweet bitter, but yeah, we'll talk more about the beers. But yeah, we want to catch up with each other. What you been up to this week?
Been a little bit of a blur this past week, low key.
Yeah,
I worked a lot last week.
Yeah, I heard overtime. 51 hours,
51
right?
hours. Worked
Yeah.
Monday through freaking Saturday. Worked like 4 hours on Saturday. That was not fun. But
Really?
worked. I don't think I did much during the week, to be honest. But
Yeah.
in the weekend, hung out with some friends. Went to a Seahawks game. It was a lot of fun. Seahawks ended up winning, so that was a dub.
Who were they against? The Commanders, right?
Commanders, yeah.
I did not watch any games this Sunday.
Yeah, it was in person. My first NFL game. It was great. Made
You had a
made
jersey,
me
or
like the Seahawks even more. Yeah, I bought one. I ended up buying one.
which one?
About one, Bobby Wagner, 54.
Who's Bobby Wagner? For the people who don't know, and me.
He is a middle linebacker for the Seahawks. He used to play with the Seahawks back in like when we were really good. When there was like the Legion of Boom. I think that's what like 2012 to like 2016 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he got traded away, and then we actually got him back on like a 1-year contract, I think. But I think he's getting close to retiring. He's a little bit of an older player.
Oh, so he is playing right now.
Yeah, he plays for the Seahawks right now. But I think it was like a legacy jersey or something because it was.
I mean, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw people. It's like, so you actually got a jersey of someone. Why are you not repping Geno Smith?
Geno Smith been going through it, bro.
Oh my god.
Been throwing.
I mean, it's been okay. Do you know that Geno Smith was in the same year draft class as Travis Kelce?
That's wild. I forget how much older Travis Kelce is.
Yeah. He was there playing against like the Patriots with Tom Brady. Yeah, that's crazy. And it's like, and now he's dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And then Jason Kelce, who's even older than him. I mean, by 2 years, I think. But like, he was there playing with the Eagles. Also, you know, when Tom Brady was winning the Super Bowl as Patriots. But yeah, or when I even know Carson Wentz, who used to be a backup QB for the Commanders last year, and now he's coming to the Rams. He was the drafted QB for the Eagles during that year they won the Super Bowl.
Really?
And I'm like, damn, that's old. I feel like, but then I guess these athletes aren't, you know, the scope of old and age is different from us, right? Because 30 something is old to be an athlete, at least for them.
Yeah, he's 33. I thought he was a little bit older, but it's crazy. Like around that age, people stop.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like a Tom Brady or it could have been Aaron Rodgers.
Rip.
I don't know, but anyway. So yeah, for me, what I was watching the games and I turned them off because my team was losing.
Against who? Who are you playing this week?
I was playing against you. And I watched the Patriots and the Colts game, like early morning, right? The Germany game.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was just nothing happening.
But it was a nothing burger?
Kind of, yeah.
I felt like the Thursday night football game was. I feel like that's how the Thursday night football game was.
No, yeah, I was telling my mom while she was cooking arepas. Like, yeah, this is literally the Chicago and Carolina game where nothing's happening. There's not even kickers. Like, the kickers missed the goals. And, Colts still won. The Mac Jones got subbed out during the last 2 minutes of the game. But it wasn't because of an injury. It was because he kept throwing picks. I'm like, damn, that's tough. Mac Jones is a QB for the Patriots.
Yeah, man. He got benched.
Got benched hard. And there's some videos of some of the I think a QB coach or one of the other coaches, because Belichick, and he was laying into Mac Jones. And yeah, what can you do there? But yeah, after that, then the next set of games happened. I watched the Jaguars lose to the San Francisco 49ers badly. I stopped at the halftime. That's when I stopped watching.
It's tragic.
And then I just went to help my dad cut the branches of our tree to prepare it for the Christmas lights, and that was freaking. I don't know. It was both therapeutic, but it was so hard to wield that pole arm of a chainsaw to cut the branches. Like my shoulders and my traps were getting used up for that, and it was crazy. And we had to go up the ladder. It was a good workout, and I'm like, fuck this stuff. we cut so many branches, dude. The whole our whole driveway is just all filled up, and it was crazy. Would you? At what point in your age, once you own a house, would you pay for people to do your stuff?
I don't know. I think it depends financially as well as like how big of a house I have. Because like at my parents' house, they have like 2 trees in front of them. So that's not really too bad. But like if we have a lot of trees on our property, especially like bigger trees, it's hard to cut those. Like my parents' trees is like 2 little trees, so it's not really that big. If I'm like well off to the point where I can afford to, maybe like when I'm older and it becomes more of a like a task to do it, I'd pay for it. But I feel like I'd want to be more hands on for like, especially when I get like at first getting a house, because I feel like it's new, you want to take care of everything, you're excited to do everything. I think probably later in life, like
that's true.
Once it becomes more of a chore as opposed to, or like, it's hard to do,
Yeah. I think it'll get to a point, because I guess it's the same concept of people. You won't be as passionate about a business as a person that started it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And maybe it's the same way as with the house, maybe. That like, if it's the house you bought with your own money and that you owned, then yeah, you would want to do this things that may seem menial at first, but then at least in the beginning, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
But I'm talking about my dad who's 64, getting on this like climbing up this tree to cut the branches from the middle.
Hard body, bro.
Dude, my dad's like Superman.
That's what I'm trying to be when I'm 60, bro.
64, man, and just I didn't know what that was his plan. I didn't know that he was going to like just go and start climbing 3 branches to get to where he ended up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, he's just leaning on this branch and just doing all this thing, and it's just like, Dad, dude, I would not want to do that. Like, I don't know. Are you scared of heights?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually, because I rode the zip line a bit ago. I don't know if I told you about that. Did I ever tell you about me riding a zip line? When we were in Korea, we took a zip line, and it was really fucking high up. And I wasn't like freaking out over the height of it, but I was kind of freaking out when I got to the top because I just wanted to like do it. I didn't want to sit there and wait. Like I just wanted to, do it and get it over with. So I guess it kind of like if I was just standing at the top of like a monument or like the Eiffel Tower. Let's say I go to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I don't think I would be freaking out with how high I was. But like if I was gonna like skydive or something or like zip lining, like I think that freaks me out a little bit more.
Yeah. I think for me, it's anytime that like I'm by a railing at those things, that like open air railings, you look down and it's like, oh my god, that's more like, like I'm down. I'm okay going up the Seattle. Whatchamacallit? Space Needle. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Space Needle. I'm down for that. Like that's like, because you're in a safe building. But then if you go climb a ladder, right, or start climbing like that, oof.
Yeah, I think outdoor you definitely feel it more because like, once you get high enough, you start feeling the wind.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more sketch.
Yeah, there's. I think the time that I went hiking in Phoenix was we got. I didn't get all the way to the top of the mountain, but like I made 75%. But then like that was when it started becoming like boulders climbing up, rocks,
Mhm.
and that felt like scary because I'm like, oh my god, if I just get your mind just starts thinking,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like thinking about the worst that could happen. That's how it goes, and then that's how I kind of felt like when I was doing the chainsawing on top of a stair or like of a ladder. I'm like, oh my gosh, I pushed too much one way and I just fall, and then all that shit. But
Intrusive thoughts coming in.
yeah, would you pay 600 to cut all your trees?
That's not bad. I don't know. I think it depends because is that just for the labor, or is that for them like taking the trees too and like cleaning it up? Because I don't know how that works. It's a lot of trees. Actually. You might have to pay to get them disposed of as well.
I think the thing is, I don't think we would. I think the whole disposing of the branches, that's fine. That's easy, I think. But the actual, getting all the branches out from the tree, that's tough. But yeah, I mean, I did say $600 for how long do trees grow? But
like how quick do they grow, or
how quick? Yeah, would this be like a year thing?
I feel. I think it'd probably be more quarterly.
Quarterly.
I don't know.
Damn.
It depends on how big the tree is too. How long do you have to? Or how often do you have to cut a tree, rather?
Yeah. The branches, right? How often?
Huh. Fucking tripping. Most mature trees of any variety can be trimmed every 3 to 5 years. Younger trees every 2 to 3 years. And fruit trees.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 to 7 years, but I like.
Yeah. If it's like that, then it's chilling.
Yeah, I'll pay that 600, but it is what it is.
And we're back with beer number 2. Beer number 2. I almost said beer of the week.
It's the very beer of the week. Yeah, it's been crazy. How are you liking the beers?
I am loving it. Like I said, it's very inoffensive and easy to drink. And I've always been a fan of German beers.
Well, these are like do you think you prefer these ones over the Hefeweizens?
I think my tier list goes Dunkel. I think Dunkel is it Dunkel a dark beer, or is it like, I don't remember.
Dunkel. Dunkel. Let me see.
Yeah, Dunkel. It's a pretty darker beer.
Yeah, dark lager.
I like Oktoberfest. What's like the standard?
Standard German beer, Pilsners? Yeah. I think Germans are known for their Pilsners.
Beers.
Most common.
I'm not the biggest fan of Kolsch's.
Oh, Kolsch German? Wheat beer. I think there's wheat beer, Bog, Dunkel, Pilsners.
I like Dunkels. I like Hefeweizen. Some of them are pretty good. And I really like Oktoberfest beers.
It's actually kind of funny. We actually drink a lot of these.
Yeah, the Hefeweizen, right?
And like, because we drink the Bogs, we drink wheat beers. Pilsner is a thing we have done. But then, yeah. All right.
But yeah.
They're good. But before we do some ratings, I have some beer facts about Oktoberfest, because that's kind of like the theme we're doing. As we both know, Oktoberfest starts with a K instead of a C. And they start Oktoberfest they kind of started like September 17, around there. And it's usually held in Munich, Bavaria. And it's usually So the things about the Oktoberfest in the beginning, it was actually commemorating a wedding, a marriage of the king
Continuing
and
the
his
theme of
princess.
weddings.
Yeah, and the king was named King Ludwig the First.
His fucking Ludwig.
Yeah,
Come on,
that's what I tell you. That's what they tell you.
Man.
Yeah, yeah, it was funny,
That's the
and
goat.
he was married. He married Princess Therese. But yeah, King Ludwig the First.
I know a Ludwig. Not really.
We all know Ludwig. and anyway, the citizens of Munich were invited. This wedding happened in 1810 to the festivities, and they were held in in the fields in front of the city gates of Munich, right? And the fields were named Theresienwiese, meaning Theresa's meadow, in honor of the crown princess. And then, which in the later years, I would just call these fields essentially Therwies or Wissen, the Wissen, in light of Therwies, essentially. That the name, because it's Theresa's meadow. But anyway, that's how it started, and they kind of like started doing facilities of making food, making beers. But then something happened in the history of Bavaria where there was a law in 1516, actually before this, that Bavarian law was that the only ingredients that could be used in the production of beer were water, barley, and hops. It specifically barred the use of yeast.
Interesting.
And because they needed yeast for bread and stuff like that. Like, so it's like very similar to, I think, Korea's law, where like they outlaw the rice, but this is yeast because they need yeast to make bread. So then,
interesting.
And then these are then even though the law, I think they took it down. I don't think they have it anymore. There are, for the Oktoberfest beers that had to go through this, it became 6 breweries were the ones that followed these Reinheitsgebot. I'm putting in the video that they need to conform to that law and brew in Munich to be served in this Oktoberfest. Beers meeting these criteria are the following 6: Augustiner Brau, Hackerperschow Brau, Lauenbrau, Polaner, Spatenbrau, and Hofbrau München. So these are beers that they don't use yeast in their beers. So that's why they meet the criteria to be an Oktoberfest beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, the K. So you'll see in the United States, you'll see some beers that are Oktoberfest with the C. That's because they can't call themselves Oktoberfest with the K. Only those are the 6 beers are Oktoberfest. You can say like it's an Oktoberfest style or a seasonal lager, but you can't say Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest beer, yeah.
Pretty
it's
cool.
Actually kind of cool that it is like these are the ones. These are the ones, and it feels interesting that I don't know. What do you think when you think beers? What country do you think of most?
I think German. German is
always
my first thought when I think of beer.
Because it's kind of funny because then they were the ones that like I don't know. They just started like this with that regulation, and then they just made it part of their culture of that Oktoberfest. Yeah, I think it's really cool, and it usually is a traditional Marsen, or it could be a fest beer that can be served in Oktoberfest. So we all drinking some Marsens. But talking about Marsens, how are you liking it?
Yeah, so like I said, it's a really easy to drink beer. It's really inoffensive. I'm enjoying it. But I think I'd have to rate it like 6.5. I think I'm leaning towards like It's like a
Really?
mid-range beer, just because it's good and I'm enjoying it, but it's not it's not super special, you know. As I said, like the inoffensive part of it, it's just a solid beer. 6.5. I think I'm gonna go with 6.5. It's nothing like crazy.
What's the alcohol percentage?
Let me see. 5.8.
You didn't say it. 5.8. Mine's 5.8 too. Wow, that's funny. To be fair, I feel like the fact that they're inoffensive, they have this little sweetness, sweet bitter taste to them. Goes to show like how much, because they're meant to be served in mugs, in like huge.
Yeah, the fucking, what is it, a liter
mugs, and then just drink like that, and just it goes to show. Yeah, it's kind of like the tasting. So you did 6.6. What?
6.6 Dunderbacks out of 10.
Dunderbacks. 6.5. Are they a chain?
I don't know.
Because I'm sure they can find.
If anything, I'm sure you can find their logo.
And then just
this says Mr. Dunderbacks. That's if you're ever in that area, go for that.
Yeah. The thing is, these breweries are so old. Arkerforge is like 1417 apparently. And then damn, that's old, dude. That's like, can you do the math? 600. Yeah.
17? Like what? 600.
1417.
606.
6.
Beat you.
No, yeah, I got it first. But for me, you know what's crazy? I feel like, do you think that you taste more of the beer when it's warm or when it's cold?
What do you mean by that?
Because when I first drank this was actually weeks ago. I drank it with my brother-in-law because it was during Halloween. I drank during Halloween because I bought them for this. We couldn't do it then, and then they were sitting there until my brother-in-law like went and fished them out. Like, hey, can I drink this? And like, you know what? Yeah, we can. So I went to drink this, and that first sip, and it was ice cold. I really didn't taste too much of it. But now that I'm like letting it a little warm up, I feel like it tastes very much different. And I think I preferred a little warm this beer. Yeah.
Really? Interesting. Do you think that's intentional? Because if it's in a liter, you have to drink very quick to not get warm beer. I think it's like the flavor gets enhanced, maybe. I
think they probably brewed it. Of course, this is speculation because I don't know the facts. I think the brewery probably in thinking that, because like when it's cold, some beers, most beers get, and not say enhanced, but it gets way more liked when they're cold. But they'll have a good flavor when they're like room temperature. I think that's like, I don't know, S tier for me. But so I would probably give this an 8.
8?
Yeah, an 8. An 8.
I feel like I was really critical. 8
you were?
8 out of 10.
8. What's the... You know what? 8, what was it? German girls?
I forgot. I saw that.
What's the...
It's like a beer maiden, but there's a word in German.
Beer maiden. I know their dresses are called...
They're called
Kellner.
Or Kellner.
Kellner? Alright, that. I'm doing 8 of that. Those girls. Because I can't wait to see that on the day we will go and actually experience Oktoberfest.
Yeah, man.
But talking about Oktoberfest, how are the Oktoberfest like here in America that you experienced?
I've only gone to one. So last year, I actually was able to go to the one over here, and it was pretty fun. It was like a street. I'm sure, like, obviously in Germany, I'm sure it's like a whole town, or like, it's a lot bigger than it is here. But yeah. We went. The one that I went to here was we were able to buy a ticket, and our ticket came with like 10 drinks or something. I don't remember how many it came with, but there were like little samples.
How big are the drinks though for that?
It's like when you go to a brewery and you get like a flight or you get like the samples or like I think it's
That
like a
size?
3 ounce pour maybe, give or
Yeah.
take. Wasn't like a wasn't like a crazy pour. Excuse me again. But
Hmm.
what we did was our ticket. I think like the base ticket included a couple of drinks, and then we got like an upgraded one. I think I got an upgraded one where it
Yeah.
included the drinks, and then I also got a liter. So I bought a liter. I was lit. They had a lot
Yeah.
of different breweries. I feel like there's a lot of
Yep.
breweries here, but they also had like some German ones, and they also
So wait,
had.
what?
Sorry, what?
No, yeah, no, go for it.
I was gonna say they also had one of my favorite things there was a McDonald's truck that was giving out free fucking McNuggets.
No
Yeah,
way.
dude. It
How
was
much
like
money did you have to pay for that?
I think the entrance was like
Or no, not entrance, but like
some nuggets.
I wonder how they had to. How much
Oh,
they had to pay for that
I don't know.
to get a truck, especially from McDonald's.
I don't know, but it was fire. It was great because every
That's
time we'd walk
awesome.
past it, we'd get some nugs, pop them in, and then keep on going.
How many
Yeah.
beers do you think you drank that
Um,
night?
I drink a lot. Because I don't think Sour finished all of hers, or I think we also went with Bushy. I don't know if she finished all. I don't know. It was a lot of drinking, low key,
Nice.
but it was definitely a lot of fun.
You had you said liter. You got a liter, right?
Yeah,
Damn. A what? What did you decide on
I don't
liter?
remember. I think for the leaders they had like 4 options, and I think they're all just German beers. So I think I just got like the one that I liked the most.
I think. Yeah. So what was the food like? I guess right the nuggets, but did you only had nuggets, or did you actually were there actual German food?
So this one was more of just like drinks. It was more focused on the
Drinks.
drinks. They had the streets. It was like kind of like a V, if that makes sense. So it was like a street that turned and then went the other way. But it was like mainly tents of drinks. They had I think
Tents.
we shared a pretzel, but
Okay.
there wasn't really much German food. I think that's the one thing they were lacking on. I would have loved to have like a schnitzel or something, you know?
Schnitzel.
I
Yeah.
think the pretzel that we got was like
bratwurst.
we got a German pretzel and it had like the like nacho cheese dip. Wasn't even like
Nacho cheese.
wanted that good, you know. But
I
yeah.
know, yeah.
What about you? Been to any Oktoberfests? Any German festivals?
So wait, before I go, did they have music or no?
They had a DJ, but I don't think they were playing like German music.
I mean, of course not. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's the last thing. But like for me, I think we didn't do anything this year, which sucks. But last year, I was in Texas, right? And apparently, Texas has a lot of influence from
Really?
to Germany. Yeah, because of the Fredericksburg. There's a Fredericksburg. There's a wine country. There's a German bit name, and one town that specifically has German ties, New Braunfels. And apparently they do this thing called Wars Fest, which is almost their Oktoberfest. Wars Fest is like a 10-day festival, and then they have a bunch of food, beer, festival. You can just walk around. They set up kind of like they tried to set up buildings, like small buildings, to have German themes of it, and it's kind of like, yeah, they just do a bunch of that they sell out different foods. They sell beers, like that you can carry around, right? So I go with wine, dude, because he lives in New Braunfels, and I go in and we get tickets. You have to buy tickets, but then like anything, I go and get an Oktoberfest beer. I don't remember what it was actually, but it just said Oktoberfest, and I buy I think a pitcher, and then I don't remember how it went, but I ended up with 2 pitchers.
Crazy. You put a straw in each?
Dude, literally, I don't know what happened. I don't know if like someone gave me the other one or like I bought one by accident. I bought 2 by accident. But I legitimately was going in this festival because following my friends with 2 liters in my 2 hands. And I was like trying to drink one of them as quick as possible because I was getting tired from holding 2 liters.
Yeah, man, they're heavy.
Hands.
There was at the one that we went to. They had a liter holding competition where they just put a bunch of guys in a circle and they made them hold a liter, and then they did it with women too as well. It was pretty.
Dude, I
pretty
freaking
cool.
could have won that.
For real, you're training for it.
I normally, but like I literally was just like there, and we go and we follow. People got their German hats. I bought a German hat to put on my head, and then we go to meet up with someone of his friends, and it was like a huge hall where they were playing live band music. That it was in German, but it was just I don't know. I think it was country. I think. But so I was just there drinking, kind of getting drunk because it is 2 liters of beer.
Yeah, that's what you do at Oktoberfest. Just drink a bunch.
I ended up finishing all of it, right? And then I almost got lost. No, I did get. Okay, I separated. Because I needed space to really drink my beers. Because I was like, we were all like trying
really
to
crowded.
dance. It was super crowded. So I went to like kind of like to the sides where it was like kind of like a hillside, and people there were like either smoking weed or kissing each other. Yeah, and I was just there, just like trying to drink my beer.
Just there were 2 liters just chilling.
Dude, people have their vices, and I have mine. And then after that, I think my phone almost died because my friend tried to text me saying they were about to leave, and like, so then I ended up trying to walk. I think that at this point I already drank all of it. You know, I tried to find my friends, and I almost missed them getting an Uber.
Yeah, dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, no, that would have been bad because his other friend who did miss the Uber, what he did to get back, because his phone died actually. So I was almost him. He had cash, so he just picked up an Uber that was not for him and told him, "Hey, dude, can you drive me to this place? I'll give you straight cash."
Damn.
And then he did it, and then he got back, and it's like it was like coming of the Christ.
That's crazy.
And can you imagine? This is why you need this is why you need cash in your pockets. The money makes the world go around. But
that would be.
Yeah, dude, we need to get next year. I put it into recording. Our goal is to spend a Oktoberfest-ish festival together. We need to do that.
Dude. I was thinking, so have you heard of Leavenworth?
No.
So there's a German city over here, and I think they do an Oktoberfest, so that might be pretty fun.
Leavenworth. It's like, how far is that?
It's pretty far.
Leavenworth.
It's like 2 hours.
Oh, so
west,
this is like 2 hours
east
east trip.
of here. Well, it's like it's not that far. It's like 2 hours from here. It's still in Washington, but
I mean, I'm still probably she'll get like a Airbnb, right?
Yeah. Apparently, there's a train. So maybe the train, because September it doesn't. September, October, it shouldn't be snowing. I don't know. Maybe it already is snowing. All right, and we're back with beer number 3. Beer number 3.
Oh, you gotta love when you open that shit and this little white smoke coming out of it. Or just, you know what I mean? It's dense water air.
Anyway, so for this week, we have something that we have been talking about for a while. We're going to do a new segment. We're going to be reading from Am I the Asshole on Reddit.
Hell yeah. This is actually something that I've been getting into a lot lately. Because you know what is more entertaining? It's like reading about how people are degenerates. Yeah,
there's some pretty spicy ones. We're going to be reading 2 Am I the Assholes threads. I want you guys to comment off in the comments. Let us know what you guys think. I think I'm going to start.
Go for it.
Good with that? All right. Mine is, This is the title. Am I the asshole for despising my mentally handicapped sister?
Ew.
Very, very heavy title.
What the hell?
It's gonna be a little bit of a long one. It has a couple of updates.
I'm gonna say the asshole for now.
Okay. So, the title makes me sound horrible, but hear me out. My sister is severely autistic. She requires attention almost 24/7 and cannot be left alone. She is nonverbal and cannot take care of herself at all. Despite the fact that she's only 12, she is extremely destructive and violent and destroys anything she gets her hands onto. I hate her. That should be wrong to say, but it doesn't feel like it. I was only 6 years old when she was born, and since then, I've never solely had my parents' attention. Ever since I can remember, the world has revolved around her. I moved out of my room into the basement at 7 because she needed to be in the room next to my parents. All of my toys as a child were destroyed by her, and my parents simply ignored me when I complained. Even when I was 14 and she destroyed a Mac my school gave me, I was in the wrong. Along with this, I am expected to take care of her and drop everything I do for her. I can never make plans with friends because my parents expect me to be there to take care of her if they need me to. Even when I do somehow get time to myself, I am required to leave if they need me. If I do not, I am then punished. The recent example of this was when I went to see the new Spider-Man movie and was grounded because I turned my phone off in the theater. It seems as if I am nothing more than a slave to them, and anything involving her simply overshadows me. This week, I was chosen to give a speech at a school event. I was so excited, and my parents promised to be there, but they never showed and claimed because it was because of my sister. Anytime anything like this happens for me, they are too busy with her. I've held this in for so long, and it finally spilled out today. While talking to colleges with my father, he joked that I should get a degree that pays well so that when they're gone, I can take care of my sister. I don't know why, but this caused me to break down, and I cried and screamed about, oh, it's always about her. I'm nothing more than a caretaker to them, and they always make it about her and that I'm expected to be her slave for the rest of my life. I've locked myself in the room since then, and my parents have not come in to check on me. Am I the asshole here?
Okay. Before you do the update.
Oh!
Wow. I think, damn.
It's a tough situation. It's a tough situation, not gonna lie.
She's like, how old?
I'm assuming she's
like high
probably
school,
17,
right?
16, because they're talking about college.
Yeah.
She mentioned when she was 6 years old. She mentioned when she was 14 years old. But the lightest thing that she mentioned was her talking about college. So I'm assuming like 16, 17.
Yeah. I think that's tough. I think that's a tough situation where, like, you know, you are almost have to give up your childhood and innocence, you know, to care for a family member. You know, you have to mature quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, it's kind of tough, man. I wouldn't, because people like autistic people, like, it's tough because these people do have to get taken care of well into their adulthood. So if, you know, I don't know, the worst cases. I know there's definitely a lot of cases where autistic people are able to live, you know, fulfilling lives and stuff like that. But it's like, you know, it depends on the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think in the perspective of their parents, I don't know. Do you think they're wrong to do this for the parents?
I think that
right now
it's a little wrong for them to expect it because, like, it's not really on the child. Like, it's not her kid. Yeah, like, maybe she can help out, but I think it's a little wrong for them to expect her world to revolve around the kid.
The kid.
I feel like it's their responsibility.
It's there.
It's their sibling, but at the same time, they still have their own life too, you know?
The thing is, I think there's something I got to learn a little bit about my parents, is that they have talked about death, you know, about their own deaths and stuff like that. Not, you know, not suicide, but like that's a like close grow older, right? And I'm assuming these people are like 40 at this point, or 50, to have a 17-year-old daughter, or, you know, I think they probably have thought about this a lot. They talked about this. They discussed that, like, what will happen after. Because the people, when you get to that age, I think you start making plans. Your life insurance, your, who will benefit
it's
from.
a lot to
But
put that on a child, or not a child, but like on
it is a lot.
a kid. So like,
He's
when we're gone, you're gonna take care of them. It seems like they feel as soon as the child was born, their sibling was born, that their life revolved around them instead of both of them.
I think he shouldn't have joked about it, right? The father, like, I feel like they have to realize they have two daughters, not just one, and I'm sure they do, and then they just, like you said, like I said, it requires more mental power and have to do a lot more to take care of the autistic child, right? But it's crazy. Yeah, I think no one's an asshole here. It's just a very difficult situation.
Yeah, I think it's a rough situation.
I think they'll figure it out. I think once,
well, there's a couple of updates.
There is?
We'll be able to see what happens. Hey, you ready for the first update?
All right, go for it.
It says edit/update kind of. Well, thank you all for the love and support you guys have given me. I never expected this close to reach the popularity it did. Thank you all. After thinking about it for the past hour, you're right that I don't despise my sister. It's not her fault that she was born the way that she is. My parents came in to talk to me a while after my breakdown, but I was unable to bring myself to talk to them and only cried and asked them to leave. They have made house arrangements with my grandfather for me to stay with him for the time being, and I am getting ready to go to his house. My parents want to talk to me, but we have decided it's best I leave for now to have some space and time to collect myself. We will be sitting down and talking later this week about the issue. Thank you all again for the love and support through all of this. I'll send an update your guys' way later this week if people are interested. Yeah. I have the update here.
Wait. So that's awesome that they're not being, crazy right now. But okay, let's go for the update because that's not enough.
I'm back like I said it would be. My original post got a lot of attention, and seeing as you guys seemed interested, here's my update. Well, since the day I've made the post, I've been staying with my grandfather. This week's been a huge change for the better for me and for the worse, but I'll try to run it down. I started by telling my grandpa the story of why I broke down and the way that I did, and to be honest, he seemed horrified. No one in my family knew my parents were using me as essentially a free care service for my sister. My grandpa told me some things that I don't feel comfortable repeating here, but in essence, my sister is supposed to be getting care from a professional, and that my parents were ignoring that. Along with this, I was not supposed to be caring for her at all with her mental state, as apparently she is a danger to herself and others. With everything else I told him, along with stuff like the movie
Incident. I'm pretty sure that's what she meant.
Yeah, she spelled it wrong. There's a lot of grammatical errors in this. It's a little bit rough to read. Well, the movie incident, he was really mad and told me to not contact my parents without him there. He pretty much told me that he would be meeting with my parents beforehand and that he was going to be there when I sat down with them. It didn't end here either. The rest of the week consisted of my family checking in on me and telling me that things my parents hid from me. This included the fact that my parents have been taking money from a family fund. They've been taking money from family to fund a caretaker that doesn't exist.
Whoa!
Suffice to say, this week has been rough. But the upside to that is that even through all of this, my extended family has been giving me more love than I felt in a while. My grandfather spent this week trying to make up for the time that I've lost, encouraging me to spend out with friends and go do things that I want to do. My aunts and uncles have also been helping me through the week. Well, Saturday night, I sat with my parents down to talk. It went badly, to say the least. They came clean about everything. They told me things I will not repeat here, but they did not apologize. My parents still claimed that I still somehow owed my sister my time. My father even saying, "You were put here to be her caretaker." I won't lie and say I was composed. After everything I learned, and I confronted them on the fact that my sister needed a caretaker, the money my dad was taking from his sister, and a few other things, they denied it or made excuses. And in the end, we ended off in a worse place than before. Today will be my last day talking to them for a while. After talking with my grandfather and uncle last night, I'm not going back. Later today, I'm going there, picking up my stuff, and moving with my grandfather. When I graduate high school, I'm planning on leaving the state to go to school. My aunt has told me that the money that she was sending my dad will instead be coming to me from now on. My parents have called me twice since Saturday. Neither of them were to apologize, only when I asked when I was going to come home. I won't be going back to them. Right now, I still feel pretty uneasy about everything, but I feel like that will pass. The rest of my family is showing me their support, and honestly, I feel great. But in the end, I lost my parents. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far. Anyways, over all of this, I've learned something that I wish I saw earlier. I don't hate my sister. In fact, I love her with all my heart. I should never have projected my hate onto her. That was wrong, and someday I hope to make up for it. But for now, I need to leave. So there's my update. Thanks again for the support. My original post got. I really appreciate everyone who took the time to comment and show me support. Another edit. Thank you all so much. I wish I could respond to all of you. This doesn't seem like it's really too important. These are just like responding to comments, it seems like. I think there's one last edit. We just got back from moving things out of my parents' house. Everything I wanted to take, my grandpa and uncle helped me move, and it's here at my grandpa's house now. I have my birth certificate, my social security card, and every other document and record I could think of. My parents were quiet the whole time I was there. Shortly after I arrived, my dad left with my sister, and my mom only hovered over us silently as we moved. It took a while, but as we left, she broke down and told me she loved me and would miss me. I hugged her and said goodbye, and that was it. Even now, I sit here and think if she really meant it. After this whole week of her not saying anything, she waited till the end. I hope she meant it. Right now, though, I think I just need to look ahead. Maybe one day, me and my parents could reconnect. I hope so.
Damn.
Thank you all for the advice. It's been amazing. I'm glad I had the experience. At least I got some positive out of this mess. Will I come back? I don't know. If something happens, if you guys want an update, maybe I'll come around again. But for now, I'm going to move on. Yeah, that was pretty much. She ended with "See You, Space Cowboys."
That's so funny.
Cowboy Bebop.
See You, Space Cowboys. Dude, yo, that's crazy.
That took a turn. I was not expecting the caregiver fund and her parents saying that she was put here to fucking take care of her parents.
These are the type of stories that the turn is evil, you know? It's like wow. Yeah, the thing that's crazy in the update, they never retroactively change the flag to, I don't know, right? Like to be, whatchamacallit? Well, she's not the asshole. Okay. She's not
the first one is not the a-hole. That's what everyone voted.
Okay, I thought people said no one's the asshole, but then yes, they're the assholes. Her parents, man, dude.
That's crazy.
They're taking money from their family to caretaker that never was existed. The taker was essentially her, right? That's crazy. I think those parents need to put in, like, I don't know, mental institutions. I think they're the ones that need help. Because it's like, how can you do that? Like, because like you're both not giving the proper care to the kid who needs it, and then essentially child laboring the other kid while, you know, getting all that money. And I don't know. The thing is, I think with this whole family thing, sometimes there's always a benefit, not necessarily a benefit of the doubt, where like we will know what actually happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, not that I don't believe this, but like, you know, there's always a grain of salt. But to think that these parents did this and then they're denying it, I can't imagine people being able to deny something that their own family members say happened. It's like, no, we didn't take money from them for nothing. Like, no. I'm like, I think that maybe they are not that well off, so they took that money to like pay debts. That's what I feel like.
I hope that's
to like be their income, essentially. No, but that's crazy. I cannot imagine essentially, cutting ties with your parents, and
Yeah.
or to be put in that situation, right? Yeah, to be forced into that. I think I hope she's able to grow and be able to have the life that she was deserved. And yeah, what do you think?
I think in the first one, I thought that like the parents were a little bit rough for expecting her to take care of the kid,
Yeah,
but I don't think that it was like super bad. But on the second one, I definitely think that they were a lot more toxic.
yeah.
Fucked up. Can't be doing that to your kid, bro.
No, yeah, I think these are the people who stash money for their own benefits when they're given money. I don't know. That's just crazy. And then, yeah, I think she's not the asshole. Her parents are the devil. They should be put in the devil subreddit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's kind of fucked up.
because they're both. And do you think you'll believe that the mom about what she said?
I don't know. That's pretty hard.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe the mom did mean it. It's all their father because it's a father who joked that maybe when we die, you can take care of your sister, blah blah. And like I think the dad is like the instigator of things. That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
that's the asshole for me. So for me, okay. Okay, I think if I go on. Am I the asshole for? That's actually funny. Another child one. Am I the asshole for telling my parents they can forget about me helping out with mom's pregnancy or their first child?
Interesting headline already.
And I think we have a theme going on. But I don't think mine's gonna be crazy as yours. But yeah, I'm 16 male, and I will be 17 soon. My parents recently learned they're expecting another kid. I say another kid, but this will be their first in every way except biological. They have never been good parents. They do the barest of the bare minimum. I have never considered me their actual kid. I was a burden. They had me when they were 25 and they basically dragged me up. Originally, I was going to be raised by my paternal grandma, mostly, but then she had a massive stroke which left her in a care facility, so they were forced to figure out a babysitter for me for most of the time. And when I was younger, it was a revolving door of babysitters, so I never had someone I could get close to. I was never someone that considered their responsibility. Damn, this is crazy.
That's deep.
They never attended a school conference. They've never signed up on stuff for school. They never signed me up for the free school lunches, and I mostly had to rely on teachers giving me something. And then I learned how to make my own without anyone showing me first. They said they never saved for me. I would struggle a lot with school, and my grades aren't that good. And my teachers over the years have wanted to speak to my parents about getting me help, checking it out, but they never showed. Right. I need to drink. It's making me thirsty. I've basically been alone my whole life. Even though we live in the same house, I have always been able to have some kind of food or something at home. Does it hurt? Yeah. But I'm mostly used to it. And yes, I have tried talking to them about it over the years. I wrote them letters, they didn't even read them. They tossed them in the trash and told me not to stop bugging them. Mom was so excited when she learned she was pregnant. They were celebrating and telling their friends, no family really, since grandma died when I was 7, about the baby. And they talked about how great it would be to have their first baby. They've openly talked about all the stuff they will do for her. They did the early testing to find out baby is a girl. My parents started buying stuff for her, and they started a college fund for her already, something I do not have. They never set up a savings account for me anywhere. My mom started having some complications and she needs to take it easy. They started telling me I needed to do more and I will need to be on hand even when the baby comes. I told them they can forget about me helping out with their pregnancy or their first child. I told them I was their first child, or I was supposed to be anyway. My mom told me I was a mistake and came at the wrong time. But now they actually have a child they want, and I should help them. They told me not to be selfish, and I owed them because they made sure I was homeless or in foster care after my grandma got sick. Am I the asshole? And this is so messed up.
Yeah, that's just fucked. The fact that they told their kid, now we're having a child that we want, that's fucked up. Like you brought the child into fucking the world. Why are you like blaming their existence on them?
It's just so wild.
You two are the ones that conceived them. They didn't choose to be brought into this world.
You didn't. That's crazy. And then they're like, you need to. That's crazy that we're telling people that they were freaking whatchamacallit. That he was. They were telling people that they were having their first child.
Yeah.
That's great. I think these are people who should never be parents. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking for both of them. To be honest, it doesn't. It sounds like it's more like. First one was like. No, like it just doesn't feel like they had the responsibility. Like they were taking money and using it for what I would assume is whatever they wanted to, or like maybe like bills and stuff. But like, I don't know. I feel like if you have a kid and you're in that situation, you have to like plan your money that you can get what you need to get done. And then the second one, I don't know if did they say how old the parents were?
They had him when they were 25.
God damn.
Yeah, I was reading some of the comments and
if it's like a teenager, like okay, they're not mentally ready for it, but 25, like I feel like you're pretty ready for a kid.
Dude,
I'm not ready for a kid, but
yeah, you're 24, right? I think because they're 25. I don't know, dude. 25. They didn't wear a condom once, and they I don't know. That's crazy. It's not young, and their parents are pathetic, and it's hard because there are people who want kids, right? Who want when they have the kids, they realize the responsibility that comes with it, which is to give them everything that they can give them so that they can live a better life than what you experience. You know, I think that's what my parents went for.
Yeah, that's kind of I see it too.
And it's just and I get it. Certain situations are bad, and we don't know the actual economical situation this family was in, but I don't think that would excuse them really. But it's just I don't know. It's crazy that there's people like that in the world, right? And what do you think retrospectively? Do you think you be a better parent than them?
I don't know. I mean, I think
it's very hard to be worse than someone who literally is having their second child and is saying that they're having the child that they want, like they're having the child that they want, and that it's their first child. So I think that just the fact that I will try to be a good, father will be enough for me to be a better parent than someone who's just completely fucking their first child pretty much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's something I worry about.
Scary to think about that. If you have a kid, you're literally in charge of a whole human.
I think it's crazy that they I think they would have put him into adoption. Maybe they could have.
I feel like I would argue that they would have had a better life at that point. It's a little bit rough because sometimes when people get put into the foster system, they get stuck in it. But if someone adopts them, for the most part, I don't know, because there's also a lot of stories of people who just adopt a bunch of kids for the checks from the government and they don't care about them.
They don't care.
Sucks, really does.
Yeah.
Better.
I hope there are.
No updates.
No, the thing is, it's actually something that happened like 9, 10 hours ago. So no updates. It's like I got a bad one, but I think it's kind of crazy how are they the asshole?
Yeah, I think the parents are definitely the asshole here.
Yes, I think it's another case of I don't even think this new kid is gonna have a good life either, because clearly their parents are like psychopaths. That they're not empathetic. They're not like good for anybody. But it is what it is, man. That's some crazy Am I the Asshole stories,
spicy,
man.
Bro. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
next time we'll do. What's gonna be the next trend? Because this time we did
the shed parents. I think we should do next like roommates.
And they were roommates.
Yeah, roommates. I think that'd be funny. I think those will go wild, but.
All right. And with that, we have come to the end of episode 19, the Oktoberfest special in November.
And just like that, just how that's such an asshole move of us to do. We also read a lot of Am I the Asshole stories, where there's a lot of assholes in the world. Let us know if you have any assholes in your lives, or which story you feel like was the most assholey between the two.
There's one in those comments. Did you think that the poster was the asshole? Do you think the parents were the assholes? Let us know what you guys think about Oktoberfest beers. If you have any funny Oktoberfest stories.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we'll put out an episode in Oktoberfest festival. Who knows?
Enjoy. I don't want to send it off, but enjoy a good Oktoberfest beer, man. Because I really enjoyed it this episode.
There's some solid beers.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, so that's it for episode 19.
Yeah. Stout and Lager signing off.
You're...